Why would you ask somebody so rooted in the past to talk about the present? I mean, all my accomplishments are like 30 years ago. Not really. But the beauty of coming last to a conference like this is you can be as long-winded or brief as possible. And most of you who know me know I'm really long-winded. So I'm going to bless every single person in this room with as quick and brief a story about the present. So about a month ago, I went to the doctor because I was feeling anxious. Now, I'm sort of a high-energy person, but I kind of couldn't put my finger on it, but it was kind of like Tony Soprano's panic attacks. And you go to the doctor, and they take your blood pressure, and the monitor's here, so I can't see the number, but I could see the expression on the woman's face. And then she put it on this arm. Then the cardiologist came in. He's a great doctor. And he said, listen, you're going to come back at 3 o'clock. We're going to knock you out. We're going to put a rod down your throat. I guess that's called an endoscopy, to look and see if you have any blood clots. And then we're going to shock your heart back into rhythm, because your heart's beating at 160 beats, which is ridiculous. So I went. They did it. I didn't feel anything. In fact, the next day, I went to Chicago for the James Beard Awards. No, I didn't. I wasn't nominated. That was last year we won Best New Restaurant. But anyway, don't forget that. Cosme, I'm very sorry, but we won. So it's like tomorrow when Bernie loses. Don't worry, it'll be all right. So I felt great. I had a great time in Chicago. Wonderful people in Chicago. Donnie Medea, what a great human being. And I came back. I felt good, but I just had like a little bronchial thing. I went to a different doctor. They put the blood pressure on you. And again, the woman's face, is a different nurse, was like, I said, what's the problem? She said, well, your heart's beating very fast. Just take some deep breaths. Elena. By the way, this is why I changed my speech, because of Elena. And I swear to God, she put it on the other arm. The same doctor luckily came in and he said, look, we're going to do it again. We're not going to stick the rod down your throat, but we got to shock your heart. You have something called a flutter, and we got to shock your heart back into rhythm. They did it. I felt fine. In fact, I went for Chinese food. And those of you who know me. But the next couple of days, I didn't feel the same way I'd felt the first time they did it. And I went back, and they actually said, we're going to give you a heart monitor. And you have to wear this heart monitor, and we're going to watch you. So all day today, well, I've been wearing it for 7 days. So it looks like a BlackBerry, but it's actually, and it says, are you sure you want to send a manual event? No. It's got a picture of my chest where the electrodes are coming out. And this is what it looks like. It's, I'm not going to show you the electrodes because I have quite a big chest, but this is the heart monitor. So what's the point of all this? The present. Almost every day people come up to you and they go, how you doing? And I always say, I'm hanging in there. Because I really believe that it's like an everyday thing. Now, I was born 61 years ago and 2 days ago, on June 4th, 1955. This day in history, June 6th, 1948, we lost Robert Kennedy. And that probably changed everything about the way this country would have been like. By the way, it was the California primary where he was shot. My mother, who was an actress, and told me the show must go on. Show up for work all the time. That's one of the reasons why I'm here. And that's the thing saying it's low battery. I swear to God, I couldn't find a charger inside. My mother died 16 years ago, the day after my birthday, June the 5th. My biggest hero in life, even though everyone claims him, Muhammad Ali, died the day before my birthday, on June 3rd. I'm happy to be alive. And since the talk was about Nobu, I'm going to leave you with two things about Nobu. Because all the rest of my egotistical life you can find on YouTube, trust me. Number one, we opened the first Nobu in 1994 for $500,000. There were 4 partners. One is Robert De Niro, one is Nobu, one is an Israeli named Meir Tepper, and one is Drew. 4. For $500,000. When I submitted the business plan to the accountant, I predicted we would gross $2.5 million a year, $50,000 a week, with a $50 average check. He came back to me and he said, "Who's going to pay $50 a person for raw fish?" The first year, we did $7 million. The second year, we did $9 million. The third year, and subsequently, when this thing started to take off, consistently, we've been doing $15 million. Now, I could tell you so many stories about how many times my partner said, "No, we don't want to do any more restaurants. Drew, sushi is a man, not a machine." And I was opening restaurants other than Nobu at the time, so maybe that was part of the reason they were saying no to me. Anyway, today, there are 33 Nobus around the world. There's even fucking Nobu hotels. I don't even know what that means. You want to make money in the restaurant business? Watch this. Nobu, chopsticks, no silverware. Nobu, no bread and butter. Nobu, no tablecloths. You just saved $100,000 a year. And finally, and I'm ending 10 minutes early, because I want you all to come to Nobu. Just say you were at the welcome conference and you know Drew, and they're going to go, "Who?" But in New York, there's a Nobu original location, which is about to move at the end of the year, downtown. That was the first one, in Tribeca. There's a Nobu now on 57th Street. Every night, on 200 seats downtown, that one will do about 500 meals at $100 a person. Uptown, on 250 seats, that one will do about 500 meals at about $100 a person. That's 1,000 meals times 100. That's $100,000 a day. You do the rest of the math. That's the way you make money in the restaurant business. Thank you very much.